The afternoon in Texas unfolded into a picturesque scene, bathed in golden rays of sunlight that spread a comforting warmth over the vast expanse of land. The air vibrated with the palpable energy of football, especially among the Cowboys' devoted fans. Every breath was infused with the electrifying anticipation of what fate had in store for their revered team. The Cowboys, imbued with fiery determination, yearned to take their performance on the field to a new level. Aware of the pressing need for additional talent to solidify their team and transform it into an unstoppable force, eyes were on Zay Jones. His name, like a catchy melody, echoed through the team's hallways, whispered as a potential solution to the challenges that haunted his sporting aspirations. Zay Jones, a figure whose rise to stardom in the world of American football echoed like an epic saga. His unparalleled skill on the field, mixed with incandescent determination, transformed him into a force of nature. With each movement, he weaved a narrative of excellence, winning admirers, and raising his reputation to the heights of the sport. For the Dallas Cowboys, his aura transcended the ordinary. He represented not just a talented player, but the embodiment of the team's dreams and aspirations. The fervor surrounding the possible acquisition of Zay Jones reverberated through the team's halls like distant thunder, fueling hopes and igniting imaginations. The prospect of having him wear the Cowboys badge was like a light at the end of a dark tunnel, promising a new era of glory and triumph. However, as in all great dramas of life and sport, the whims of fate often become intertwined with the most meticulous plans. Despite all the fervent interest and hopes placed on Zay Jones, destiny, with its inexorable hand, charted other paths for him. The expectant atmosphere that permeated the halls of the stadium reached its peak when Stephen Jones, a prominent figure in the team's management, emerged from the scene, surrounded by an aura of authority and anticipation. His presence was like a beacon of leadership, guiding the team's destiny with wisdom and insight. Approached by restless reporters, hungry for any clue that could illuminate the Cowboys' future, Stephen Jones cast a serene gaze over the expectant crowd. Every word that fell from his lips carried the weight of an imminent decision, and it was then that he uttered a sentence that reverberated through the stadium corridors like distant thunder, leaving everyone stunned. "We love our players here at the Cowboys. They are our family," he began, his tone reverberating with a mix of affection and respect. "But if an exceptional talent appears, of course we will pay attention." The impact of his words echoed through the room, leaving a palpable tension in the air. It was as if a silent call echoed beyond the stadium walls, summoning destinies to intertwine in an intricate game of possibilities and choices. Those words from Stephen Jones were like a cool breeze on a scorching day in the Texas desert, bringing with them not just relief but a sense of clarity and purpose. They were words that transcended mere sporting speech. They were a reflection of the Cowboys' soul, encapsulating the essence of their philosophy, a balanced fusion between unwavering loyalty to existing players and a bold openness to embracing the new and unknown. But even with that statement, the question remained, why did the Cowboys remain so firmly interested in Zay Jones even after his decision to play for Arizona? It was a question that hung in the air, provoking curiosity and speculation among fans and observers of the sporting world. Stephen Jones, always a master of diplomacy and clarity of thought, offered an explanation that he resonated as a symphony of logical reasoning and insightful intuition. He meticulously outlined the Cowboys' policy when it came to adding new talent to the team, emphasizing that when a unique opportunity to incorporate an experienced and exceptional player presented itself, it was a duty to seriously consider it. However, he reaffirmed with unwavering conviction that regardless of the twists of fate or the temptations of the market, confidence in the team's solid, cohesive core remained the cornerstone of the Cowboys' philosophy. It was a statement that echoed the resilience and determination ingrained in the franchise's DNA, fueling the flame of hope and perseverance in the hearts of loyal fans. Stephen Jones, an imposing presence who loomed like a columnar figure in the Dallas Cowboys universe, was more than simply a high-ranking executive. He was the embodiment of the team's deep-rooted values and uncompromising vision, a dedicated guardian of the principles that shaped the franchise's identity. With his imposing stature and penetrating gaze, he emanated an aura of calm authority, always ready to face the challenges that stood in the team's path. In that particular twilight, as the last rays of sunlight shed golden light over the stadium, Stephen Jones emerged to face a horde of eager reporters, whose cameras and recorders captured his every move and every word with insatiable veracity. It was a familiar ritual for him, but he understood the importance and weight of every interaction with the media, especially when it came to matters as sensitive as the speculation surrounding Zay Jones and the Cowboys' burning interest in him. With unwavering calm and unbreakable confidence, Stephen faced the spotlight, his words echoing through the expectant air. Each syllable was carefully considered, each pause charged with meaning, for he fully understood the scope of his statements. He knew that millions of fans hung on his words, seeking any glimmer of insight into the fate of their beloved team. And there, under the golden sky, he became not just a leader, but an anchor of hope for the Cowboys' vast legion of loyal followers. "You know," Stephen began, his voice resounding like the distant rumble of thunder about to break out, "we have great respect for the warriors who honorably wear the sacred mantle of the Cowboys. They are not just players, they are the guardians of tradition, the craftsmen of our hopes and dreams, the beating heart that drives the engine of our game. A subtle murmur snaked among the reporters, each absorbing Stephen's words as if they were precious fragments of wisdom cast upon the winds of fate. But, he continued, lifting his chin with determination, we cannot afford to turn a blind eye to the opportunities that arise before us. In a game where excellence is the standard and mediocrity is unacceptable, we are always vigilant, always searching for the next star that can light up the night sky with its unparalleled brilliance. If there is someone truly exceptional out there, someone whose talent transcends the bounds of the ordinary and can raise our flag even higher in the pantheon of greats, then this is it. Of course, let's pay attention. Every word, every inflection of his voice, was a declaration of unwavering commitment to excellence, a solemn promise to the millions of passionate fans who eagerly awaited the next chapter in the Cowboys saga. And in that ephemeral moment, beneath the celestial canopy tinged with twilight hues, Stephen Jones personified not just a leader, but a tireless guardian of the Cowboys' legacy, willing to face the challenges of the future with bravery and indomitable determination. Those words reverberated through the crowd like a sacred mantra, finding an echo in the hearts of the faithful fans who gathered on the outskirts of the stadium, their voices mixing in a symphony of expectation and fervor. Each syllable uttered by Stephen Jones was like a musical note, resonating through the fabric of time and space, imbued with meaning and promise. It was more than a simple statement, it was a testament to the ethos that propelled the Dallas Cowboys beyond the boundaries of the playing field. It revealed not only the insatiable competitive mentality that drove them to relentlessly pursue greatness, but also the deep respect and devotion they had for those who proudly wore the iconic blue and silver uniform. As the sun slowly dipped below the Texas horizon, painting the sky with a palette of orange and pink hues, Cowboys fans crowded around the stadium, each immersed in their own narrative of hope and expectation. It was a sacred ritual, a celebration of tradition and communion that united crowds into a single chorus of passion and devotion for the sport that transcended borders and differences. And so, as the last rays of sunlight bathed the landscape in a spectacle of scintillating colors, the story of the Dallas Cowboys continued to unfold before the eyes of the world, driven by incandescent passion, unwavering determination, and the eternal quest for glory. Immortalized in the annals of sport. It was a chapter that was being written not just on the green fields of the stadium, but in the hearts and minds of all those who considered themselves part of the Cowboys' unbreakable legion. The question that hung like a cloud of uncertainty over the hearts and minds of fans was one that cried out for an answer as eloquent as it was convincing. Why were the Cowboys so committed to bringing Zay Jones into their ranks, only to see him leave? Heading to Arizona? It was a riddle that defied logic and understanding, a dilemma that demanded a clear and concise explanation. It was then that Stephen Jones, with his imposing presence and his wisdom accumulated over the years, stood up like a beacon of enlightenment in the choppy sea of doubts and speculation. My friends, Stephen began, his voice resonating like the gentle sound of the calm waters of a serene stream, we in the Cowboys are more than just a team, we are a brotherhood united by a common purpose, guided by a vision shared excellence and determination. Just as a dutiful sheriff watches over his flock, we too are constantly vigilant, always on the lookout for any opportunity that may arise to strengthen our ranks, up our game, and become even more formidable on the battlefield. As his words echoed around the stadium, an aura of respect and admiration enveloped the crowd, their eyes fixed on Stephen, captivated by the depth and conviction of his words. It was as if, for a fleeting moment, the veil of mystery surrounding the situation lifted, revealing a glimpse of the meticulous reasoning and masterful strategy that shaped the Cowboys' behind-the-scenes actions. And in that fleeting moment, Stephen Jones wasn't just a high-ranking executive, he was a leader, a visionary, a guardian of the values and vision that drove the Cowboys in their relentless pursuit of greatness. Zay Jones, he continued, his voice resounding like the distant echo of thunder across the vast Texas horizon, was like one of those wild horses you see galloping across the vast plains of our land. He possessed an indomitable strength, a potential wildness that fired the imagination and sparked hope of something great. And we, as true Cowboys of this sport, couldn't help but wonder if he was the crucial missing element in our herd, the catalyst that would lead us to absolute dominance on the field of battle. A murmur of contemplation snaked through the crowd, each individual immersed in their own thoughts as they pondered Stephen's words. It was as if the air itself was filled with the palpable tension of uncertainty and expectation, each heart beating in time with the cadence of the narrative unfolding before them. But, he continued, lifting his chin with determination, we are also guided by a code of honor and unwavering loyalty. Our players are not just athletes, they are members of our family, guardians of the Cowboys' legacy, and we trust them to defend the team's name with honor and courage in every battle fought. So yes, as we endlessly seek new opportunities to strengthen our ranks and elevate our game to new heights, we never forget those already on our side, whose blood, sweat, and sacrifice form the fabric of our history and the foundation of our future. Stephen's every word, charged with a complex mix of determination and reverence, echoed through the stadium like a call to arms, a solemn promise to the faithful fans and the warriors who fought on the fields in the name of the Cowboys. It was a testament to the indomitable essence of the Texan spirit, where respect for the traditions of the past was intertwined with the audacity to relentlessly seek a glorious future. And in that fleeting moment, under the vast, open Texas sky, Stephen Jones embodied not just a leader, but a guardian of values and vision that transcended the boundaries of sport to touch the depths of the human soul. It was as if an invisible current of understanding and wonder ran through the crowd in that magical moment, connecting hearts and minds in a symphony of shared understanding. Each individual, immersed in the resplendent aura of Stephen Jones' wisdom, felt moved by the depth of the words spoken and the magnitude of the Cowboys' commitment to excellence and integrity. They understood that for the Cowboys, the quest for greatness was not just a solitary journey in search of trophies and ephemeral glories, but rather a delicate balance between the incessant search for new talent and the reverent appreciation of those who had already written their names in the golden pages of the team's history. It was a harmonious dance between the past, the present, and the future, where each step taken was a tribute to tradition and a promise of an even more glorious tomorrow. And so, as the sun shed its last rays over the horizon, painting the sky with a palette of vivid and ephemeral colors, the devoted Dallas Cowboys fans headed home, their hearts filled with a new understanding of what it meant to be part of the Cowboys brotherhood. It wasn't just about the game itself, it was about belonging to something greater than the sum of its individual parts. It was about unwavering loyalty to the values that underpinned the team, tireless determination in the face of adversity, and the eternal pursuit of excellence, not just on the field, but in every aspect of life. It was a lesson recorded in the pages of history, a guiding light that would accompany them on their journeys, always reminding them of the transformative power of team spirit and the unshakable belief in the power of dreams.